Let's get started. Y'all gotta agree with me on this, okay? All right, you guys, I'm super excited to kick off April. And I have numbers for you. You guys know I love numbers. But first off, it is conference month. Like, yes, it's April, but it's conference month. And this is kind of cool because you guys, we've never done conference at this time. So we've always done conference in January, February, and then you like add, and so kind of like all of a sudden it makes everything explode because here's the deal. Conference, if you don't know, it comes with new products. And you guys, we are getting new products, like, yes, outside the burn. So we are getting new products in every single country, which we've never done that before either. Like we are launching a new product in every single country, which makes me so excited because I'm like, after being in this business for how many years, I'm always like, I love when I get excited when we have products, but I'm like, we have a lot of team elsewhere. Like, I want them to be excited and I want to be excited for them. So every single country is getting a product. We have not gotten any clues. I'm gonna assume that they're gonna be dropping some clues. So you guys probably want to pay attention to the It Works corporate pages. They do such a phenomenal job, you guys, with our Instagram. Sometimes I feel like new people don't really even know where we started, which is hilarious because y'all, this is what I'm telling you when I say don't pay attention to details or if things are perfect or if they're pretty because it doesn't matter. Like I'm telling you, we are proof of that it doesn't matter because we do have all the pretty stuff now, but we didn't before and we were still booming. Okay, so know that conference, that's where we have some of our biggest announcements that come. We get to learn, we get our cup filled. I always say this about women, like it doesn't take a lot to fill our cup. Like have you ever noticed that? Like you leave somewhere and you're like, even if it's family or stressed out about something, it's like 5 minutes down the road and you're like, oh, I'm ready to go back. Like this is what's so cool about conference is it's the entire weekend. You literally leave with a cup that's overflowing and it just changes you. Like will not be the same person when you leave. Okay. So it will change your business. It will change your mindset. It's going to expand your vision completely. So anyways, tonight, this is what I want. I want, what does she say? Canada, new product geared towards women. I didn't know that. All right. She's already dropping some clues in there. Okay. So tonight, here's the deal. I'm going to be a little red tonight and I'm not going to apologize for it. But what that means is I'm going to shoot it straight to you. Like I'm going to take off my friendship hat here because y'all, I love my people. You guys know that. And I swear to you, as I've gotten older, I'm more and more yellow. But the thing is you gotta have a little freaking red in you, okay? Because it pushes you and you need to be able to self-reflect and you need to be real with yourself and you need people to be real with you. And so I am putting on my mentor hat. If that's okay with you tonight, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat. If it's not, I'm still gonna do it, okay? Because we got so much stuff that we can get done in the next few weeks. And y'all, I just don't want you sitting on the sidelines because I'm not on the sidelines anyways, but like I want you a part of everything that is coming. So if you've been like dancing over the line, you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or you're coasting, or you're just like out there waiting, I hear that sometimes and it's like actually a cringe word to me. Um, like you got to just make a decision to not do that. So I want to take waiting completely out of your vocabulary. Like no more waiting to see anything, waiting to learn everything, waiting to know everything about the products, waiting for your results. Like no more waiting. Okay. We're taking that out of the vocab because here's the thing. It is not an action. Waiting breeds bad habits. It fuels doubt. And it still takes so much energy, you guys. It takes so much energy and it literally gets you nowhere. So then you're tired over nothing. And it's just not a good feeling. So once you know that, just we are going to replace any sort of waiting. So if you catch that in your vocabulary and you're like, I'm just waiting to this, or I want to wait to know all these things, you're going to say, no, I'm going to work to know those things. If you feel like you need to know every single thing about a product, then you get your butt on the website and you go read the facts that are all there for you. You go click the links, you go click the studies, you go read. Like you have to know that if you are an information person, which I am, you guys, like I am green through and through, like you give me info and I'm out. Like I will be on fire. I have all the excitement, especially with how we do things around here. But I'm just telling you, we are not waiting. And every single one of you gave me permission to be read. So thank you. I like that. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you how it is. Okay. And the truth is that our team is moving forward, and I'm going to drop some numbers for you, but I don't want anybody left behind. I say this all the time, but I'm also going to always continue to move forward and bring new people in here who are also going to be moving forward, because you know what, you guys, it does nobody a single benefit to sit down with other people or to stay where they're staying or choosing to stay at that time. I can tell you in 12 years, one of the best things that I've ever done as a leader is I've always stood up and kept moving every single day, no matter what life looked like. You know what, maybe I only had 40% to give that day, but that's what I gave. Guess what, if you have days like that and you only had 40% to give and you gave that, you gave 100%. Like, it's okay. Not every single day is the same, right? But dang, I have made a decision every single day because I am not, I know that you don't motivate anybody or inspire anybody by just sitting down, right? So you got to keep moving. So here's the thing, I want to share some numbers with you guys. This is kind of cool to see. So, and these are some things like if you want to be able to use these or talk to people or tell people, like these are some fun things to do. But we had over 150 new promotions last month. You guys, that's new ranks. That's not people re-ranking. That's not people that are rebuilding their business. That's not, I can't see that. I wish we could. I also wish there was a report. I've only asked for like 10 years that shows us like how much money our team has earned in bonuses, because it's a lot. Like, even if you calculate the numbers I'm going to give you right now, it's a lot of money. So do you guys want to know like the actual breakdown of like how many executives, rubies, emeralds, that kind of thing? If yes, say yes. Because I do have that, but I don't know if that's something like people want to be able to hear or see, but it's actually pretty incredible. And so let me see if you got that. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna share with you. So we had 28 executives, which is amazing. That's the first, right? That's the first rank. We had 73 rubies, 73 brand new rubies, right? And so every time like we're on these things or you're listening to a Monday motivation call or whatever, I want you to think to yourself, like, if they're doing it, why not me? If they can do it, why can't I? Right? Instead of like thinking, oh, that's good for them, or like, you got to just change your mindset. You got to know, like, that person just joined, or they even joined after you, and they knew less than you, and they have less experience than you, and they just freaking did it. Like, they just made a decision. That's honestly the only difference that it is. So 73 rubies, which is so exciting, 30 emeralds, 15 diamonds. We had 3 double diamonds, 1 triple, and we had 1 presidential, which y'all might get to hear from this month. They are kind of in our lineups for our guest speakers. We have some really good ones coming up. And here's the other thing that's cool. I went and I was like, I'm going to calculate how much our sales have also increased. So I want to share this with you. From December through to January, it was 2% increase. Okay. From January to February, 12%, which, you guys, I want you to take this into consideration. Our team monthly pulls in over a million. Really, it's over that, right? Because that's like BV, but over a million to 2 million in sales. So you take these percentages, like, this is crazy. So January to February, 12%. And then February to March, we had a 22% increase already. So here's what I want to share with you about these numbers is that, you guys, I just celebrated 12 years in this business. 12 freaking years. I have done It Works longer than I worked at the hospital as a nurse. That is wild to me. So March 30th, 12 years. And there are times in this business that we're pivoting or we are creating things, right? And creating takes time, you guys. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. But there's also times that we are in momentum. And then there's times that momentum is turning into a run. And you guys, we are in that. We are in momentum. And what conference is going to do is it's going to have us on a run. And here's the thing. If you are just there waiting to just see or dabbling, you're not going to reap the benefits of how life-changing that this run that we are going on can actually be. And here's the other thing. If you've been here for a long time, like, there's a lot of OGs here on this one. And if you've been here a long time, you know what a run is like. Like, you can even drop in the chat, like, how incredible it is to be in a run. Like, it's thousands of dollars. It's multiple promotions. It's paying off mass amounts of debt. It's paying off 60 grand in student loans in 3 months. Like, I couldn't even believe I did that, you guys. That would have taken me so long of picking up extra shifts at the hospital, but that's what runs look like. So here's the thing, if you've been here for a while, you know better. So hot dang, like hold yourself accountable and do better, right? Not just for yourself, but for your family, for your team, for your newbies that are coming on board, for the people that haven't even joined you yet, you guys. Show them what it works and being a part of it can actually truly do for them. And somebody was talking about this and they're like, be the reason someone else lives a bold freaking life. Like, can I get an amen to that? I'm like, I just won't be here. And tonight, I'm not going to be here to tell you or encourage you to play small or to stay comfortable or to be like, yeah, it's cool settling for that. Like, you guys, that's not what It Works is about. That's not what this opportunity is about. And so I said something the other day, and I feel like it kind of just clicked. And then I was like talking to my husband, and I was like, I was talking to so and so, and he's like, wait, what did you just say? And I want to share this with you guys. I was telling somebody, and I'm like, you guys, you have to understand that you don't have to go or focus on just what you need. Like, go get what you want, right? Like, if I only focused on my goals or only pushed myself because I needed something, like I probably wouldn't have even said yes to It Works. And honestly, I can't even imagine my life without it, to be honest with you. But like it's because I go for the things we want, right? It's not selfish to want more. The devil wants you to believe that, but it is not. If you are capable of more, it's because God has given you that gift to do more and to be more and to create more and to help more. So here's the thing, like, I will not be that person that's like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I know life is a little crazy. Just go ahead, sit down. Like, I'm going to be like, I'm going to help you find solutions to be like, hey, you're still going for those goals. Guess what? It doesn't even necessarily take a lot of time. It just takes intention. It takes intention. And I was thinking about that today too. I'm like, man, you know what? I have less and less time the more kiddos I had and when I became a mom. But you know what's crazy, you guys? I haven't been given more hours in my day, right, than anybody else. Or when I became a mom, they're not like, hey, girl, here's 36 hours in your day now, right? They don't say that. But guess what? I will tell you something, being a mom has actually made me way more intentional and effective with my time, which is so crazy to even think about. But I could use that as an excuse, or I could use that and actually build a new strength, which is exactly what I did with that, right? So I just want you to know, you guys, make a decision tonight if you haven't already to freaking just be all in. Like, go see what It Works can do for you if you show up every single day for the rest of this month and you show up to conference and you take what they're putting down and what they're announcing and just see how the difference and the impact it can make in your life. Okay, so here's what I'm going to share with you. This is what going all in looks like. Okay, it's plugging into resources that are being provided for you. It's taking income producing activities for your business every single day. You guys, make yourself a list. If you know you're like squirrel and I'm scrolling and all of a sudden like 30 minutes has passed and you have not done what you were supposed to do for your business to get into messages, to sign loyal customer or perks members, to sign distributors, then make a list. Like, I make lists every single night. Every single night. Kevin's like, oh, did you make your list? Like, he almost makes fun of me. And I'm like, you know what? Like, my list keeps me productive, right? It keeps me effective. It keeps me intentional. And so I know, you guys, like when I wake up, my brain does not want to work, but guess what? I can read off my list and I can start moving through my stuff. Okay. So make yourself a list, push yourself to be enrolling. Tonight, we are going and I'm going to make you set stretch goals. It's happening. Okay. You also being all in. So we're going to set those goals, but we're participating and doing host to post. Why? You guys, host to post works. I just am going to tell it to you how it is. Okay. So whether you're using it for your new people to get their network growing super fast right off the bat, most of us don't use our social media for a purpose before we get started in something like this, right? So it takes us a little bit of time. So participate, start teaching host to post, help somebody else win, get it in it yourself. If you're like, man, I'm lacking follow-ups or I'm lacking messages, go do host to post. Because guess what? It gets the messages rolling quite quickly. And we all know that there's money in the message, right? You have to have conversations going to have conversion into perks members and distributors. Okay. So make sure that you make the decision to go all in. Okay. So stretch goals, let's talk about them. We're going to make them. Okay. Some of you have already made them because I've spoken to you. I know your numbers. You've shared your numbers with me. But if you have not, you are going to make one tonight. Okay. This is part of your assignment when we get off tonight. So, what is a stretch goal? You guys, this is a goal that you have never reached before. This is a number that you've never yet done before. It's a number of enrollments that surpasses your highest you've ever had. And it's a new rank that you've never been, which means your highest volume that you're going to end up hitting. And it is going to stretch you, right? Like these are those goals that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm putting this out there, right? You're like, but I've never done that. Perfect. That's the whole reason that that is your stretch goal. So if you're like, you know what, I've signed 5 Perks members before and I haven't had a distributor, guess what? A good stretch goal for you might be 10 Perks members and 2 or 3 distributors. That's a stretch goal. It makes you uncomfortable, but you're like, wait, but if I do it, how excited are you going to be? How much further are you going to be? You've now set a brand new standard for yourself that you're like, I know I can do that. And some of you guys, you did that in the last week. Look at that, 18 Perks members. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Some of you did that in the last week of March. I watched you. I watched you all of a sudden start taking on conversations, enrolling 4 PMs in 2 days, and you hadn't enrolled any all month long. Like that's amazing, right? Something clicked for you. And in winning each one of those enrollments and getting that, you understood that you could go get another one and you could get another one. So, guess what? If you got 5 in one month, you can get 15 in the next month, plain and simple, but you have to make the decision to do it. Okay. So, I want you to know what your stretch goal is. Melissa's already putting hers out there. You guys can share yours if you have yours. But here, let's break it down a little bit. First of all, you need to know the rank you're going for. Plain and simple. I don't care if it's a re-rank. I don't care if it's a new rank. You have to know the rank you're going for. And then you need to print out your map because it literally shows you exactly what you need. And you need to know the volume that goes with it. Okay. So you need to know the minimum volume that goes with, oh, these stretch goals are good. Do you see this? 20 PMs. Let's go. Seriously? Okay. This is making me be like, girl, you got to stretch yourself a little more. Like, let's do this. And so here's the thing, you got to know what rank you're going for and the volume that goes with it. And then you can set your number of Perks members and distributors needed. And you got to see if they kind of line up. Like, is it lining up to where you want to be by the time conference comes here? You know what? I kind of like that conference is at the end, but like not totally at the end because no one says you have to wait till the last day of the month to promote. I just want you to know that. Okay. All auto ships run on the 25th. So no one says that you have to wait till the last day of April to promote. Like you could have and run and have your stretch goal and hit your stretch goal before conference and then like literally take everything that conference brings and like tighten the bow and be like done by like the 29th, right? Or like a day after conference, or maybe it happens during, who knows, right? So here's the thing though, maybe your goal is for and a friend every single week. Like I feel like that's always a good goal, right? So what does that break down to? 16 Perks members and 4 distributors. Like you go and you look at your map and you're like, what if I added that into my business? What would that look like right now? Where would that bring me, right? So we are going to commit to pushing and stretching because here's the thing, when conference comes and these announcements comes, you guys are going to text me and you're like, I am so glad the Red Sarah came out and said I'm done. Like don't text me an excuse if you need help, for if you're finding a solution. Like I am solution driven, I can help you, but no, I am not going to give you permission to have an excuse to live a life that you want and a life you love. Like I'm not your girl. Okay. But I will help you find a way. But guess what? You're going to text me and you're going to say, Sarah, thank you so much for saying that to me. Thank you for just the hard love and being like, get over yourself and just start freaking doing the thing, right? Because you are going to appreciate it because it's going to have pushed you. You're going to have stretched yourself. And you know what? I'm telling you, when conference stuff comes, it's just going to be gas on the freaking fire that you've already had all month long. And this is what I always say too. Every time that I've ever earned something that has been announced at conference, it is due to the work and commitment I've had prior. It is not because I waited. It's not because I was like dabbling. It's not because I was like, oh, I got that announcement and now I'm so motivated. No, you guys, it doesn't work like that. Like that's a form of procrastination, big time, okay? But when you already have it and then you know how close you are, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, this is what you can get. Like, ask yourself, you guys, like, what if they announced double bonuses? Would you be somewhere close to a rank? What if they announced double re-ranks? What if they announced $49 kits? Have you been having enough conversations up to the point of conference to where you have people to go back and be like, oh my gosh, you have to join now? Because not only is it half the cost, but you're also eligible for all these. You guys, you're not going to be excited about those things if you haven't even gotten yourself close to those things. Like, that's the thing. So now is such a crucial point, okay? So, I want to share with you 5 things. These are 5 things that are going to help you with hitting your stretch goal as you get these. If it takes you a little bit of time, do with what I told you to go through, like get your rank, figure out the volume, then get your number of perks members and your number of distributors. I literally don't want to hear, I've never done this before. Cool. That's the whole point of a stretch goal. I set a lot of goals that I have never done before. That's the whole point in running for those, right? Because you're starting to break through those glass ceilings. You are setting a new standard for yourself. And you guys, I swear to you, you start realizing that you were equipped this entire time. And you're actually even more equipped than you ever even thought you were. And then you're like, dang, I'm leveling up. But then you're like, oh, wow, leveling up is exactly what has me living out my goals. Okay. So that's exactly what we're going to do. But the cool thing is you're not here to do it by yourself, you guys. You are here. You get to do it with friends. You get to do it with people who support you. You get to do it with people who are collaborating with you. They're not competing with you. Like, we're all working together, right? You have people that are ready to answer questions that are like, let me help you with this. So you're not even doing it alone. But here are 5 things that are going to help you. Number one, do not show up based on how you feel. Your emotions, they are real, but they are not truthful. Okay. So I do not want you showing up based on how you feel. Because if you are like that, this is what this looks like. There is no consistency. Okay. And we need consistency. Literally small actions, but consistent are make big results, plain and simple. Okay. So you are not going to be showing up based off your emotions or based off of whether your upline has showed up that day, your friend has showed up that day, your downline has showed up that day. Y'all, I don't care who's showing up. You show up because you have these goals that you are worthy of, that It Works is capable of taking you there, and to keep a dang promise to yourself. Because you want to know something? That's the highest form of self care and self love that you will ever have, is making promises to yourself and keeping it. Okay. If I showed up based off of other people, y'all, I would not be here still. Like, my upline's gone. She's been gone a long time. Okay. So show up based on you and no one else. The rest of that doesn't matter. But what's cool is I promise you, you are going to inspire the people that are watching. You are going to inspire your team. That's one of the best ways to do it, is by showing up. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, make sure you know the value of your stretch goal you set. And let me tell you what I mean by that. If you are looking at Diamond, I'm just going off of some of these, okay? If you're looking at Diamond, I want to know where, like, as her goal is, right? So say you have 20 PMs. First of all, you're going to be earning some PM bonuses, right? If you have 8 distributors, wow, you're going to have 8 people that you can potentially be earning $150 match it bonuses on. Okay. And then you can go ahead and you can take that average of Diamond, and I want you to give that a value. What does that cover? Does it cover your mortgage? Does it cover the summer trip that you want to take with your family? Does it pay off a credit card? Does it allow you to put it into somebody's savings? Like, give it that personal value that you need. You want to know why? Because that is what motivates you. It's not necessarily a rank, right? Like, some of us aren't, I've never been motivated by a title, if that makes sense. Like, that's not what motivates me. What motivated me was, like, ambassador means you have people succeeding massively on your team. Not just you, but lots and lots of people. Like, those are the things that motivate me, right? So if you hit that and you do that and you earn that number in weekly bonuses and you hit that monthly average, what does it do for you? What does it do towards your goals that you have set? Like, you have to know the value of it, okay? Number 3, be excited and loud. about literally about everything. You should be blowing the crap up about burn literally so repetitively that you annoy yourself, because that is when people start jumping on. The times that I'm like, oh, here I am showing my aloe again, or here I am showing my gut routine, all of a sudden that's when I get 4 customers that are like, oh, gut reset and burn. Guess what? That's 100 BV order, my friends. That's a lot when you start pulling in 20 PMs, right? That's so, like, you want to be excited. Your stretch goal, I want you to be loud about that. I want you to be sharing with other people. I want you to share about this business. I want you to share your results. I want you to be sharing what you feel since you've started this business. Maybe it's the community. Maybe you're like, I actually believe in myself because somebody keeps believing in me. Maybe, I mean, you can say so many things, you guys. And so I want you to be loud and excited about all of it, because honestly, you guys, that is contagious, and even more so in the world we are today. I can't tell you, you guys, even in the hockey community, it's so funny, but like, I don't even have to bring up like it work stuff or even products. Like, they see it on my page. So I'll come and they're like, hey, can you tell me about the new product that just launched? Or they're like, hey, I want to order blah, blah, blah. And one of the moms recently, she was like, you're just so positive. I love following your stuff. And I'm like, isn't that funny? Like, positivity sticks out these days. Like, it's kind of sad, but like, how hard is that? You know, it's like not really that hard. But here she is. And that's what's drawn her in originally, is because I'm positive and it makes her feel good on my page. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I will continue to do that. I love hearing that. You know, I don't even care if she joins me or is my customer or anything. I could care less. So now I'm like, if I post something and I'm like, dang, that's good. People need to hear that. I'm like, oh, Brandy's going to get that today. So no, you guys, be excited. Number 4 is take action. You guys, the best way to learn is actually by doing it. I'm telling you, you can read everything under the sun. You can hear every script or be given every single script. You can be given posts. You can be given, I mean, literally everything, but you are still going to lack confidence because you're not doing it yet. So if there's anything that I can tell you that has moved my butt in this business and like had me exceeding any goal that I set, it's because I just started doing things. And I was like willing to learn while I went. If somebody asked me a question, I was like, you know what? If I don't know it, I'm going to figure it out, or I'll ask somebody. And if they don't know it, we can ask somebody else, right? So just know, and the thing that's cool about taking action is you're going to gain confidence, you're going to get results. And as you get results, you're going to be excited, right? Like when you get that customer, you're like, damn, I'm going to go post. Or I'm going to go do another conversation, or I'm going to get in my host to post up, right? Like you are already wanting more just because you got one. It's like one at a time. So do the work. Do the work. Like, do not avoid it. Just do it. I'm telling you, it will pay off tenfold in so many areas of your life. Okay. Because there's zero reason as to why you cannot have the success you want. You guys, you are given the tools. We have the promotions, that you're given ideas by other people on our team. You have guidance. So at the end of the day, you have to understand that no one can actually pick those things up or apply those things but you. But also, you guys, that is such a gift because you have so much control over where your business is and where you can take it. So that's the cool thing. And number 5, this is for my newbies. Okay. Trust the process. I know that's so weird, but like when people are telling you, they're telling you because they want to see you win. Like our business is set up to want to see other people win. So if you're new, one of the best things I can tell you is to trust the process and copy the right cats, okay? Because I promise you, you want to be along for this ride that's about to take off, okay? So here's what we got for this month. We are just gonna go over what we have so that you know, okay? You have your stretch goal. Again, this should scare the crap out of you, but it should also excite you. If you know the value, like I told you to do, it should excite you, okay? We have the tools, which we're going to go over. And then the next thing is making your daily plan of actions. When you get off of the Zoom, you are going to make your daily plan of actions and actually commit to it. Okay. So that's what we got. So here we go. Okay. We have for this month, let's go over host to post. We have a host to post. This is our giveaway. First of all, it is already in our boards. I have already updated it. So if you're ever wondering, usually by the second of the month, we know what our next giveaway is. And if you go into our boards, it's gonna say on here, ooh, hold on, my friends. April host to post info. First one is what it is. Okay. So I just want you to know where it is. This is where your Google form, this is where you submit them, all the things. But what we got going on is on the 15th, we're drawing 2 winners for $100. On the 2nd of May, we are drawing $1,000 cash winner, one. Okay. The other thing I want to tell you about host to post is that you can also give it like a value. So if you're wanting instead of just cash, like in message, or I mean, you can even make a graphic, but you could say, like, hey, we're giving away a Yeti cooler and a $500 gift card or $500 Lululemon gift card, or you can choose cash. You guys, like, give it if you want to make it more than cash, or if people aren't biting on that, like, you can give it also like a prize win, right? Like a prize giveaway just to the value of $1,000. So I can share some of that as I put it in the thing. I'm going to share just some examples of that in our team page on Diamond Hive in the comments of where I said post to post is. Okay. So know that you not only have that tool for yourself, but that is an amazing tool as you bring on new distributors to help them get their 4-in-1 and they can be earning those $150 bonuses. Okay. Next thing, Hive contest. We are doing a pick your kicks because everyone loves freaking sneakers. Is there anything better than sneakers other than sandals? I don't really think there is. So I feel like it goes with everything right now. Like that's kind of a cool fashion trend, but it's on there. So you need to go see, and every enrollment that you're doing counts. Okay. So this can go again. This is just fun, extra stuff while you're pushing yourself for your stretch goal. You get to go pick your kicks. So make sure that you know where that is. It should be buzzing. We should start entering things in. I know that's not like my priority while I'm working, but like give yourself a little reminder once a week to be like, oh, I'm going to go put my entries into the contest for the pick your kicks. I will draw the winner for that on May 2nd. May 2nd is just like a good day, right? And then obviously we have our new product. Okay. Burn is on fire. It is, I knew this would happen, but it is literally pushing to be one of our biggest and best launches yet. So that's kind of crazy in like all of it works history. So people want it. People are absolutely loving it. Within days, people are like, oh my gosh, like what is even happening? I just saw another girl that just messaged me. I don't know how she got hers before me. We'd got hers too. So I don't know where my where mine's at, but she's like, you guys, I've been on it for 4 days, and she's like, I've lost 3.5 pounds, and everybody's gonna be different because everybody's weight different. They hold on to things differently. But you guys, that's crazy, right? Like that's crazy to have better energy and to already be seeing results that quick. I love products like that. Okay. So if you haven't gotten yours and you're wanting it, I probably wouldn't hold out too long because I do feel like it's going to sell out. So, and then I want to share something with you. Let's talk volume for a second, okay? So as you set these stretch goals, you guys, you want to make it worth it. Like you want to make it worth it. So I'm going to share some things that John shared with us. If you're on here and you're not sure who John is, John's our CEO. Okay. So if you hear me refer to that, I just want to make sure that you know that. But here's the thing, you guys, 30-day drop is a top selling pack. Flat is one of the top selling products. And it's funny because they knew the product was good, but they just didn't even think it would take off like it did. But it is literally one of our top selling products. Okay. And then closely behind that is aloe and coffee. And so here's what I know. And like I already just told you, Burns, like if you're not talking about Burn, you got to get on the train. Just going to say it. There are so many people. So here's the thing I was telling somebody. There were times that I'm like, you know what? I didn't really like talk about weight loss because there's certain times in my life where I'm like, well, I'm not really going for that. But can I tell you something? Our weight loss products are some of our top selling products. And what I realized that by me not sharing that, I am missing a very large population that I could be serving. So really, I was doing myself a disservice. So when you hear these things, and I'm sharing this tonight with you, I'm sharing it because I want you to focus and put your energy where you're going to get the most out of it. So guess what? For me, I was telling some of the girls, I'm like, I am focusing on Burn. Guess what Burn does? It can bring in the people who want weight loss. I can easily talk about the 30-day drop. If they can't do the two together, guess what? They can do the 30-day drop that's caffeine free. And so it lowers the cost a little bit, right? If I'm talking about flat, I can talk and bring in the gut reset packs, right? In those packs, you guys, they have awesome BV with them. So if you're like, you know what? I want to make these 20 PMs count and these 16 and 18 PMs count. Guess what? I want you to start with the packs. Okay, because they are top selling for a reason. People want them, they are buying them, they are loving them. And so, why wouldn't you be doing that? And here's the thing that I always say, you guys, I never start small and then try to upsell people. I feel like people start losing trust. So, what I do is I start big and I go in with what I truly think they could get the most for their results with. And from there, I let them tell me what they can and can't afford. And then we can start working and we can move things around. But I'm going to tell you, when people are like, Sarah, how are you getting orders that are like 100 BV to 250 some BV? It's because I'm talking about those products. I'm talking about the packs. I'm not just talking about hair, skin, and nails. I'm not just talking and trying to sell simply aloe. I am hearing their goals and I am putting them on a system that I know is proven to work and has clinically proven ingredients in it. Okay. From there, so start big and I want you to go small because I'm telling you, you will change how much volume you are bringing in and actually probably nearly double it. Okay. So I wanted to share with you some of those things where it pays to be focusing on some of those products. The other thing is you guys, I love the hair care. Like literally love it. And I feel like it's kind of like it's not a secret, but I think some of these other ones take off, but I also just want to tell you the hair system is 100 BV. Yo, that's a lot of BV, right? So and again, same thing. I come in with a whole system. If they're like, "Hey, I can't do that." Then figure it out. Like go back down to the root revival duo. Like you can do that, right? We have options, and that's what I tell people. I'm like, if you can't, if they say they can't afford it, I'm like, it's okay. I was like, everything is customizable. Let's go through and break these products down and see which ones that you can afford to start with first, or which ones you want to. And it's all of a sudden like there's zero pressure. Okay, so that's what we're doing for there. Last thing I want to share with you is the elite experience. Did y'all see this? If you did drop a one in the chat, I gotta make sure people have seen this. And so I'm gonna share. This is like legit. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Give me a sec. I feel like my kids sound like they're doing good, so that's good. Okay. Oh my gosh, why do I have so many pop-ups? I'm sorry. My screen is always a mess. I just will apologize for that. Let's do this. Okay. This is what I want you to know. Every time things come out, you need to be asking yourself, why not you? Like, stop being like, I can never do that. You're right. Like, whether you think you can or you can't, like, I just promise you, as stupid as this sounds, as annoying as this is, you are right. If you always say that, you will never be at these experiences. But the truth is that one thing I love about It Works is that they are so smart. Like, they make this a level playing field. And honestly, what's even funny is that I think even sometimes you guys that it actually even caters to some of those people that are just starting their business or are kind of in those like distributor and whatever ranks, right? Because you can kind of start stacking and sometimes those promotions you can double promote in a month, you guys, right? As where if you're up in some of the higher ranks, it takes a little bit more time because you need more volume, you need more people working and that type of thing. But let's talk about this, okay? So I want to make sure that you guys know this because again, this is just extra, okay? I always tell people that bonuses, they're extra. Like, if you're always just trying to chase a bonus rather than like your true monthly average and like that in building that up, like you're kind of missing the point, okay? But the cool thing is that I love how smart they are because they actually reward you for doing the things that will literally build you to an ambassador diamond in It Works Global. Like they are so smart how they have everything that lines up and works together. So this is what I want to show you, okay? You guys, this has started. So April 1st, this sucker has started and it goes all the way through July 31st, just so you know. So that's a long time, first of all. This is the thing, top 200 point earners. First of all, we'll go through the points, so know that we're getting to that. But I want you to know there will also be a point counter in your eSuite and in your app after conference. Okay, so you'll have that too. But listen, first 200, top 200, you are going to get this beautiful leather crossbody bag with this cute gold little emblem that's on here that has our company emblem on there. Okay, I think that's freaking cute as crap, just so you know. The top 150 point earners, you will get this cute trucker hat. and the crossbody. So you kind of can see where this goes. Top 100, you get all three of these things. Top 50 point earners, you also get the scuba hoodie that has the embroidered. It works on here. Okay. And I believe it has thumb holes. It's the little things, right, guys? Okay, so you will get all of these things. So you slowly start gathering these types of things as you go through and you're getting your points. Okay. Top 35, you get to go to the ranch and have a ranch experience with a guest. Okay. So you guys, this includes, so you can kind of read the here on here. I wanted to move this. I feel like this little water shindig is like the coolest looking thing ever. The ranch, you guys, that should be on everybody's dream board. I'm just saying it now. Again, I told you I'm not here to let you play small. This needs to be on everybody's dream board, okay? So this one, you have a day at the ranch, disco cowgirl party, 2-night hotel stay, and then all elite experience merchandise that you're getting, okay? So you get all this, and then let's go to the next page because we kind of break it down. Top 6 earners, you will get all of those things, but you have the $1,000 airfare credit. And did I miss one of them? I think like 10 to 7, you get a $500 airfare credit. Okay. This one, you get the welcome reception, but you will also get to stay at the Pentecost Island overnight. You guys, this is anybody's game. This is not catered to people that are at the top. Actually, they actually have it to make us work a little harder, to be honest with you. Which is fine. You guys, I love that. Okay. Give me a push. Like, I'm cool with that. But you can see all the different things that this has on here for you as well. Okay. And then this is the other thing that I think is so cool. And this is why I tell you all the time to never count yourself up, because they are also doing a drawing that you have to just have at least 1,000 points and you have to be paid as an emerald. That's one of the qualifications, is an emerald. Okay. To be able to do it, but they can draw your name and you would still get to come and bring a guest with you. You guys, that is nuts. That is freaking absolutely insane. Okay. So let's just talk about quickly how we earn points. Okay. So this is how you earn points. Personally enrolled, when you get a Perks member, this is what this is going to show. Okay. When you earn a Perks member bonus. So when you get 4 Perks members that have over 300 BV accumulated volume in their orders, you get 100, right? So again, already start thinking, you guys are putting out these stretch goals, 18 PMs. Guess what? Maybe you're like, after reading this, I'm going to say, yeah, oh, here's all the spam that's apparently on my computer. Okay. You might be like, you know what? Why 18? I'm going to leave 50 points off there. Like, no, I'm going for 20, right? Because you want to like close out that entire PM bonus. So you can see on here, building your business. These are action points. These all have points with them. Earn a match it bonus. This is it. Look at this sucker. Running an 80 BV auto ship gets you 200 points. Should we talk about why that's so important? Listen, that is what automatically commission qualifies you every single month. The people who don't run auto ships, they're not using the products. They don't have their own results. They're not even sure which products they like. So how are they going to be excited about the products or to share them? This is such an important piece of success to your business. If to this point you have thought that you couldn't do it, or why are we doing this, or you don't understand it, like, you have to understand that because we don't carry a ton of inventory, the only products that you have to market or to share on are the products that you get to personally choose to use. Do you know that that's also a write-off for your business? Please do not stress about the auto ship. It is so important for your business. And there's a reason why it is worth 200 points. Okay. So every single month, if you have it for April, May, June, July, you get 200 points automatically. Okay. So you already know that. Then you have paid as rank points, right? If you're paid as these ranks, this is what you get automatically. If you rank advanced to first time, guess what? Here's the points for you. So if you're like, hey, my stretch goal, I want to go Ruby this month, guess what? You freaking go executive in Ruby, you have 700 points. You got your 20 PMs and all that, you're going to get points here. You have your 80 BV auto ship, you got points here. Like, I am telling you, you can rack these points up so stinking fast, okay? And then the cool thing, this is what I love because this is what I focus on, but personally enrolled distributors. When they rank advance, you are also earning points for that. Okay. So this is what the point breakdown looks like. Do you guys, before I click out of this, do you guys have questions on this at all? Let me look in. I don't know if it'll let me open another screen. Let me see. I'm a sucker for answers. I wear my other earworks hat all the time. Okay. If you don't have questions on this, hold on. I'm going to stop this for 1 second. Okay. So we know how we get points. This is your assignment. Okay. You are going to get off this Zoom. You're going to have your stretch goal and you're going to text it to me if you haven't already. You're going to make it. You're going to share it. You're going to post about it and we're going to work for it. You're going to work for it. Okay. I can't do the work for you. So-and-so can't do the work for you. You got to work for it yourself. Next thing, you have to have your rank goal. You absolutely have to have your rank goal. And you're going to print out your map for that. And you're going to break down what you need. Every time I am going for a rank, I look at that map and I'm like, Sarah, what do you need? And I don't look at other people to fill in my map. I don't look at my downline to fill in my map. If I look at my diamond map or my ruby map and I know I need 2 more distributors, I go get 2 distributors. That's my goal. If someone else happens to bring one in, that's like icing on the cake over here. I'm like, whoa, that was like where you kind of just score extra points, right? So make sure that you have your rank goal, you print off your map, and you know what you need, okay? Make sure your rank goal and your stretch goal line up, okay? Next thing I want you to do is you are gonna print off the Elite Experience point sheet, okay? So that way you can see what that breakdown that I just had. You guys, all these things printed off, this is what I do every single month, just so you know. So if you're like, how does she know this? Or how does she, it's because I print off my sheets. I'm not trying to remember it all here. I have my sheets printed off. There's something about having your sheets printed off, okay? So you want to print off your Elite Experience point sheet, your April calendar, and your weekly bonus tracker. I do not care if you are not in your quick start period anymore. I don't care. You want to fill that out because if you are filling that out, your business is going to be growing exactly where you want it to be going. Okay. So you have to be printing that out every single time. Okay. Every single month, I print out a weekly bonus tracker and I have a goal of like, am I filling that one out or am I filling more of another one out? Like, what is my goal? Okay. And then the last thing I want to tell you guys is the next couple of weeks for Hive Huddle, we are going to be having some absolutely amazing guests on, okay, that you are not going to want to miss. And so I'm going to tell you this right now so you can plan ahead, okay? So next week on Wednesday, we are going to do this a little bit earlier. So it will be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is going to be the Hive Huddle, and we will have a guest speaker on. We will have a guest that we're talking to. And the reason for that is because there's a Diamond Plus call that's at 8 p.m. Central, and I want our diamonds and above to be able to hop on both of them. So we're going to do the Hive Huddle at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's 5 p.m. for us Arizona peeps, okay, on next Wednesday. And then the next Wednesday, we have another guest, and that should be at like the normal time. But next week's going to be just 1 hour earlier because we do have the Diamond Plus call at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that way you know, okay? But we have guests lined up for the rest of the month, and y'all, I cannot even believe it, but conference is here in 22 days, and it is going to be fire. Like, just commit to the things that you want to do for 22 days. It's crazy, but you can literally be in a completely different spot if you do this work before conference. Like, you could literally leave conference and end April like changing your life. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay. So have a good Wednesday. Happy April. The countdown to conference is here. We know it's coming over the next few Wednesdays, and I literally can't wait for you guys to take so much stuff from the guests that we have lined up for this month. Love you guys.